Hello, my friends, and welcome to our final fantasy story time for the summer. Are you excited? Today we're going to be reading stories about monsters. Oh, I hope they're not too scary. We're going to start with a story that's called Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind. And another. What's it look like he's doing? Is he chasing the dog? His mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Oh, he got in trouble, didn't he? That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. Do you see the forest in the room? See all the trees growing? And grew. Oh, it doesn't look like a bedroom much anymore, does it? And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. Wow, look at that. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. You see his name on the boat? And he sailed off through the night and day. I wonder where Max is going. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. You see the monster? It must be a wild thing. Look at them all. Look at them all. That is so cool. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth. Where's your teeth at? And they rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. You got your terrible claws? Oh my. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick. Ooh. He stared into their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. and they made him king of all the wild things. Look, see, he's got a crown and a scepter now. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. A wild rumpus? I wonder what that is. Look, what are they doing? They look like they're dancing, clawing up at the moon, stomping on the ground. That's a wild rumpus indeed. Now what are they doing? Are they swinging through the trees? Look at them all. Now what are they doing? Oh, look, Max is on his shoulders. They're going on a parade, it looks like. All them wild things. Boy, that looks like fun. They don't look so scary anymore, do they? Now, stop, said Max, and he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. Look, you see all the wild things sleeping? But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Can you wave goodbye to the wild things? Say goodbye. Wave to them. Bye-bye, wild things. Max is going home. He sailed back over a year, in and out of weeks, and through a day. Well, he sailed a long way, didn't he? And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper was waiting for him. Look, see, Mom brought supper into him. And it was still hot. The End. Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. All right, now we're going to do a song about little monsters. For this, we're going to need our fingers. So you got your fingers? You ready? Here we go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little monsters, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little monsters, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little monsters, 10 little monsters, don't scare me. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little monsters. 7 little, 6 little, 5 little monsters. 4 little, 3 little, 2 little monsters. 1 little monster. Hey, that's me! Yay! Look at all them monsters. Now it's time for our second monster story. And this one's going to be a lot of fun. This one is called If You're a Monster and You Know It. Are you a monster? Well, let's find out. Looks like these monsters have so much fun in their story. If you're a monster and you know it. You see that monster? The pages are really glossy on this book because it's brand new. Here we go. Whoa, look at that monster. Isn't that cool? If you're a monster and you know it, snort and growl. If you're a monster and you know it, snort and growl. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, snort and growl. Can you snort and growl like these monsters? Let's see. Snort and growl. Boy, those monsters look like they're fun. If you're a monster and you know it, smack your claws. Can you smack your claws like you're clapping? Smack them claws. If you're a monster and you know it, smack your claws. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, smack your claws. Alright, let's see these monsters smack their claws. You ready? Smack your claws! Smack, 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 smack. Alright, let's see what's next. If you're a monster and you know it, stomp your paws. Can you stomp? Stomp, stomp, stomp. If you're a monster and you know it, stomp your paws. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, stomp your paws. Are you ready to stomp your paws? Get ready. Do some stomping! Oh, he's doing lots of stomping. Stomp, 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 stomp. Boy, he's got big paws to stomp, doesn't he? Alright, what's next? If you're a monster and you know it, twitch your tail. Can you twitch your tail? If you're a monster and you know it, twitch your tail. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, twitch your tail. Alright, you ready to get some tail twitching done? Twitch your tail! Twitch, 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 twitch. That looks like fun. Alright, let's see what these monsters do next. If you're a monster and you know it, wiggle your warts. Wiggle your warts? Oh, that's silly. How about we wiggle our arms for this one? If you're a monster and you know it, wiggle your warts. Can you wiggle? If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, wiggle your warts. Alright, you ready? Get our wiggling done. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Alright, let's see what these silly monsters do next. If you're a monster and you know it, give a roar. Alright, let's hear your best roar. Ooh. If you're a monster and you know it, give a roar. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, give a roar. Alright, let's hear those big old monster roars. Ready? Roar! Well, he's got a big mouth to do roaring, doesn't he? Oh, man. All right, let's see what the silly monsters do now. If you're a monster and you know it, do it all. Oh, here we go. Ready? We're going to go snort and growl. Smack, smack those claws. Smack, smack your claws. And stomp, stomp your feet. We're going to twitch, twitch and wiggle, wiggle. And roar, roar. Wow, that's a lot of stuff to do. If you're a monster and you know it, do it all. And we're going to do it all again. Ready? I'm going to snort and growl. Smack your claws. Smack, 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 smack. And stomp your feet. Stomp, 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 stomp. And twitch your tail. Can you twitch your tail? Wiggle your warts. And roar, roar. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a monster and you know it, do it all. Here we go, one more time, ready? Snort, growl, smack your claws, smack, smack, smack. Stomp your feet, stomp, 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 stomp. Twitch your tail, twitch, twitch, twitch. Wiggle your warts, wiggle, 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 wiggle. And roar, roar. Man, that's a lot of monster moves, huh? The end. Look at them on the back. If You're a Monster and You Know It by Rebecca Emberly and Ed Emberly. They write a lot of monster stories. Well, thank you all for coming to Fantasy Friday. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye!